Every single person who has ever cut an onion has cried. Professional chefs, food scientists, people who cook every day. For thousands of years, nobody actually knew why. They just accepted it as one of cooking's unavoidable indignities. It wasn't until 2002 that scientists finally figured out the full mechanism. And the answer is far more complicated than anyone expected. When you cut an onion, you're breaking open its cells. Inside those cells are two things that, when combined, cause all the trouble: a sulfur-containing compound called isoalein and an enzyme called a lionase. Under normal conditions, these two things are stored separately. The moment you cut the onion, they meet. When they combine, they produce a cascade of chemical reactions. Within seconds, a volatile compound called syn-propanethyl S-oxide is released into the air. This is the lacrimatory factor, the tear-inducing agent. It evaporates rapidly, drifts upward, hits the surface of your eyes, and reacts with the moisture there to form a weak sulfuric acid. Your eyes aren't confused or being dramatic. They detect a genuine chemical irritant and respond exactly as they should, flooding with tears to flush it out. The harder you chop, the more cells you break, and the more compound gets released. Here's where it gets interesting. In 2002, a team of Japanese scientists at the company House Foods, yes, a food company, discovered something that had been completely missed. They found a specific enzyme called lacrimatory factor synthase that redirects the chemical cascade specifically toward producing the tear compound. Before this enzyme was discovered, scientists assumed the process was a simple two-step reaction. It wasn't. There was a hidden step. Why did the onion evolve this defense? Because sulfur compounds are natural pesticides. The tearing is essentially a warning system, a defense mechanism against animals that would eat the onion and damage its bulb. Ironically, cooking the onion completely destroys these enzymes, which is why caramelized onions don't make you cry even slightly. So how do you stop the tears? Several methods actually work based on the chemistry. Chilling the onion in the fridge for 30 minutes slows enzyme activity significantly. Cutting near a flame, like a gas burner, your room can incinerate the volatile compound before it reaches your eyes. Cutting under running water dilutes and washes away the compound. And wearing goggles, while ridiculous looking, is genuinely the most effective option of all. The onion is one of the most consumed vegetables on Earth, and for most of human history, we had no idea why it could reduce an entire kitchen to tears in seconds. It took a Japanese food science team, an accidental discovery, and the isolation of a previously unknown enzyme to finally solve a mystery that has bothered cooks since ancient Egypt. Coming up next, another food that does something surprising when you cook it, and the chemistry behind why your bread rises, your pancakes fluff, and your cakes fall when you open the oven too early. You're going to want to see this one.